Hello student, welcome you to today's class. Myself Dr. Manotosh Kumar Pati, PGT Economics, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Bagudi Baleshwar. So today you are going to learn a very interesting topic of class 11 economics. Textbook is Statistics for Economics and the name of the topic is diagrammatic presentation, especially bar diagram and its type. Student, we are coming across different situations in our day-to-day life. We are spending our money on different heads. We are watching the cricket match. We are also seeing the magazines, and everywhere you can find that there is presentation of the data in the form of diagrams. So, diagrammatic presentation will help you to develop the knowledge, to recognize the different pictures. It can develop your understanding. It can help you to recognize the different things and how to present it with the help of diagrams, how to implement the knowledge in different fields, in different works, in academic and others field. And last one is to differentiate, to make a comparison. In our day-to-day life, we come across different set of data. We want to make a comparison about the per capita income, about the spending habits, birth rate, death rate, import and export. So everywhere diagrammatic presentation is helpful. So let us start the topic diagrammatic presentation. So today we will discuss about the meaning of the diagrammatic presentation, what are the advantages of the diagrammatic presentation, and the types of diagram, especially the bar diagram and its types, and what are the limitations of the diagrammatic presentation. So what is the meaning of the diagrammatic presentation? So diagrammatic presentation is a geometric technique of presenting numerical information through diagrams such as bar diagram, pie diagram, pictograms and cartograms. Geometric technique of presenting numerical information. When some set of numerical data is presented on the basis of with the help of the diagrams like bar diagrams, pie diagram, pictogram, cartograms, that is called as the diagrammatic presentation. Let us have a look about the different types of diagrams. A view of the diagrammatic presentation. Pie diagrams, bar diagrams, this shows the birthday of student by months. Then your pictogram with the help of picture, when data is presented with the help of pictures. Next is your cartographs. Nowadays you see that the very pandemic situation, that is the COVID-19, and this map shows that the different states and what is the affected, COVID affected people in the different states. So these are the different that is forms of or different types of diagrammatic presentation. Now what are the advantages or significance of the diagrammatic presentation? Number one is they are attractive to our eyes and very impressive, so that we can remember it easily. Easy to remember. Diagrams simplify the data. It is very difficult for us to that is understand a data which is in table form, but we can easily understand. A layman can even understand the diagrams very easily. Then diagrams save the time, attractive and save the time. And making comparison, when we want to make a comparison between the birth rate and death rate, import and export, then per capita income, then production in the different sectors, then we use the bar diagrams. And universal applicability. Universal applicability means in every that is a field, it is used diagrammatic presentation of huge. Not only in economics but in day-to-day life it is of varieties of huge. Next is your types of diagram: one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional, pictograms and cartograms. Now one dimensional, the bar diagrams are called as the one dimensional because only the height of the bars is taken into account, or the length of the bars is taken into account. The width or the thickness of the bars doesn't make any matters. Bar diagrams. What is the meaning of the bar diagrams? Bar diagram is the easiest and most commonly used method. It consists of bars of equal width. That is important. Equal width. The width of all the bars should be equal. And the bar diagrams can be presented or can be constructed either horizontally or vertically. Now there are different types of bar diagram. One is your simple bar diagram, one is multiple bar diagram, one is subdivided bar diagram, percentage bar diagram, broken scale bar diagram and deviation bar diagram. So number one is simple bar diagram. In simple bar diagram, it comprises of group of rectangular bars of equal width for each class and category of data. In this, only one set of data or one characteristic of data is taken into account. And the simple bar diagram is generally used for comparative study. When you compare the things, say different two sets of value, generally the simple bar diagrams are taken into account, and it can be drawn either vertically or horizontally, and generally the vertical bar diagrams of more use. Then you see here the literacy rate in India from 1951 to 2021 in percentage is given, and you see the vertical bar diagrams that is drawn as per the data, that is literacy rate. Okay, then that can be also drawn with the help of horizontal bar diagram, you see here. Then come to multiple bar diagram. Multiple bar diagram means when more than two sets of data or more than two variables are taken into account, like demand and supply, birth rate, death rate, your import and export. In that case, the tax revenue and non-tax revenue, in that case we have to take more than single bar. You see here. Here you see the different strength of the student in the different stream, that is science stream, commerce stream and art stream. You see in the 3 years it is given 2014, 15 and 16. The blue bar, it represents the arts, the red bar it represents the commerce, and the green bar that represents the science. So it is multiple bar diagram. Then come to subdivided bar diagram. Subdivided bar diagram means when a single bar is divided into different parts. For example, suppose in a class there are number of students, how many are boys, how many are girls, or there is a number of voters in a district in the terms of general, OBC, SC and ST. Then in that case we have to take into account the subdivided bar diagram. You see here the electricity production of hydro and thermal electricity production of India in 2013-14 to 2016-17 in 1000 million kilowatts. You see here the blue that is part that implies the production of electricity, that is the hydroelectricity production, and the red part that implies the electricity from thermal power, that is from the coal. So here a single bar is divided into two parts in this, so therefore it is called as the subdivided bar diagrams, or it is component bar diagrams also it is called. Then come to the percentage bar diagram. So in subdivided bar diagram we take the total value, but in percentage bar diagram the different values are first converted in the percentage and then it is plotted or then it is drawn. So in case of percentage bar diagram, all the bars are of equal height, that is the 100. So you see here the share of the different sectors in GDP. You see here that in the 2010-11 the share of the primary sector is 16.66, secondary sector is 26.03 and the tertiary sector is 57.31. So if we add, you can find that is 100%. Then deviation bar diagram. Deviation bar diagram, that is for representing the net changes in the data when there are both the positive value as well as the negative value. Like for example, profit as well as the loss, net export and net import. In that case, we have to take the positive value are taken on the above the x-axis and the negative value are taken below the x-axis. You see here the green that is color bars, that are the positive value, that are the net profit, and the red that is taken on the negative of the x-axis, negative below the x-axis, that is the negative on the values of the y-axis, that are the loss. Now come to some of the limitations of the bar diagram. Some of the limitations of a bar diagram. One is it can be misused very easily. We can misuse it according to our need, and it can be useful only the comparative study. It has limited study. Comparative में उसको हम use कर सकते हैं. Only a limited set of data can be presented in the form of bar diagram. Limited set of data. If the data is of huge numbers, अगर huge numbers data हो जाता है तो bar diagrams को या diagrammatic presentation को use करना मुश्किल हो जाता है. Then limited amount of information. The bar diagram only gives about the limited amount of information. Detailed information cannot be obtained from the bar diagrams. Then difficulty in presentation with greater accuracy. We cannot present the bar diagram with greater accuracy. So these are the limitations. Then last one is what is the how it can be useful for the student. By drawing the bar diagrams, it will develop your confidence level. You can use it in day-to-day your life. While in any research work, you can use it. You can use it when you are presenting any paper, any thesis for your that is research work. When you want to show the marks you obtained in the different subjects in your examination, you can use the diagrammatic presentation that is in the form of bar diagrams. So therefore, it is very much useful for the common man, and it is very much useful in every subject. So with this, thank you, have a nice day, and I hope that you understand the topic and you you take into account or you read the class 11 that is commerce economics textbook for a detailed information about the it, and practice the numerical problem. Thank you again.